Right now on Up with KREM, waking up to rain as an autumn cold front is passing through, meaning that weather conditions will be cooler and windier today.
Two candidates vying for a Spokane County Commissioner seat answered questions in a town hall. What they have to say about the function of the Spokane County Jail.
I know it definitely was exciting for me and my family, and I think it could help a lot of other people too.
A new project bringing cultures together. How the University of Idaho hopes to accomplish this goal.
Up with KREM begins now.
6 o'clock here on your Wednesday. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. And talking about this Wednesday morning, it was a bit rainy when I drove in.
My goodness, I know. Bring the umbrella today.
Definitely. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick is breaking it all down for us. So Thomas, how long do we need to keep those umbrellas handy?
Yeah, maybe just for a little bit longer, obviously depending on where you live. But here in Spokane, maybe just 30, 40 more minutes of some steady rainfall. And if you're not even going to hit the roads until 7 o'clock, maybe you'll just leave that umbrella in the back seat anyway. So we do have this batch of widespread rainfall as we zoom in over Coeur d'Alene and towards Spokane as well. It's a lot more steady and looks like you're in the middle of it over CDA versus in Spokane. Looks like it's just starting to come to an end. Even some areas of the West Plains just seeing that rain taper off just a little bit. This obviously isn't the only thing we will see today, but it is definitely the heaviest and steadiest of rain that we will get. Still got several more hours over the Palouse. In fact, looks like Pullman and Moscow getting kind of the heaviest rain at the moment. So we are tracking this and the cold front as it is currently passing through the area.
As you wake up and head out the door, we're taking a live look at I-90 in Freya, where you can see the road is wet at this hour. Also, there's traffic volume starting to pick up at this 6 o'clock hour, but right now we're not hearing of any major incidents. But of course, whenever we do get rain like this, just slow down just a little bit, especially when it's the first rain that we've received in quite a while. So on Up with KREM, we do bring you weather and traffic together. We'll keep a close eye on these traffic cameras and let you know if anything slows you down on your morning commute. Now to breaking news. This morning we continue to track the search for two Navy crew members. Their jet crashed last night east of Mount Rainier. The EA-18G Growler went down yesterday around 3:30 yesterday afternoon during a routine training flight from Naval Air Station Whidbey Island. This is a photo of the type of missing aircraft. Multiple search and rescue teams have been sent out. Earlier this morning, the website Flight Radar 24 shows a Navy plane circling the area east of Rainier. The Navy says the status of the crew members is unknown at this time. The cause of the crash is under investigation. You can depend on us to keep you updated on this developing story throughout the morning. Happening today, WashDOT is inviting residents in the East Central neighborhood to a community discussion about the North Spokane Corridor.
So this morning, our Brandon T. Jones is joining us live from where that event will take place later today. So Brandon, can you tell us more about why this meeting has been called and what's going to be discussed?
Yeah, good morning, Tim Channing. Well, this is actually the second conversation hosted by WashDOT, and it all revolves around the North Spokane Corridor and the connection to I-90. So for some background, the connection to I-90 would be the final phase of construction for the NSC. That process will be broken into 4 phases, with construction likely to start in late 2025 or early spring 2026. Overall completion for the corridor project is expected to be done by 2030. And as for tonight's meeting, WashDOT says the purpose of these conversations is to receive feedback and, quote, foster meaningful dialogue and strengthen relationships with the community. Among the talking points, architectural themes for the connection project. There'll also be brief updates on stormwater, utility plants, and tree replacement for the corridor. So here's what else you need to know. The meeting is here at the MLK Center. Doors open at 5:30. A presentation will begin at 5:45. And there's also a virtual option to watch remote. Again, there also is going to be a series of these conversations. WashDOT is planning on hosting one of these conversations on the 3rd Wednesday of every month through May of 2025. But for now, reporting live here in the East Central neighborhood, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Well, KREM 2 is working to bring you more from the candidates before Election Day. We're hosting several events to help you hear from them, and tomorrow there will be a U.S. Senate debate between Senator Maria Cantwell and challenger Dr. Raul Garcia. You can watch that exclusively on KSKN 22. The debate will run from noon until 1 p.m. Then in 2 weeks, KREM 2 is hosting a 5th District Congressional debate. Candidates Carmela Conroy and Michael Baumgartner will be here in the KREM 2 studio on Wednesday, October 30th. The hour-long debate begins at 7 that evening on KREM 2, KSKN 22, KREM 2 Plus, and KREM.com. Well, the Spokane NAACP hosted a candidate forum and town hall last night at the Central Library that I moderated. The forum featured Commissioner Al French and his opponent Molly Marshall. Both were asked a series of questions from panelists. One big topic was the Spokane County Jail. Marshall says that she wants to look at building a new jail as well as a new jail system that focuses on rehabilitation. Commissioner French says mental health resources play a key factor in overcrowding and safety.
Getting all the experts at the table to put together a plan that actually meets the needs of all. That didn't happen on the last measure, and we've wasted taxpayers' dollars.
I was there when we started the blueprint for reform because I knew we had to reform the criminal justice system. It's much more than just a jail cell. It's how do you keep the community safe.
To hear more from both candidates, you can visit our website, KREM.com.
A Georgia judge blocked a controversial election rule from moving forward. The rule would have required hand counting ballots after the polls closed on November 5th. This decision comes as voters in the state come out in record numbers for the first day of early voting. Judge Robert McBurney called the rule too much too late, saying it would lessen the public's confidence in this election results. On Monday, the judge also ruled that Georgia election officials must certify the results even if they have concerns about fraud. He said that if they do have worries, they should pass those on to law enforcement.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Department arrested the person accused of shooting and killing a man outside of a Spokane Valley Safeway. Deputies arrested 43-year-old Jonathan Bryman in Hayden yesterday. He remains in custody this morning pending extradition back to Washington to face second-degree murder charges. And Boeing plans to borrow $10 billion from several banks to boost its cash flow. That's according to a regulatory filing from yesterday. Our Seattle station says Boeing also plans on raising $25 billion by selling various stock and debt. Right now, Boeing's credit rating has dropped to the lowest investment grade level, which is just above junk bond status. That's according to credit rating company Standard & Poor's.
I mean, when I first heard that they were doing the Spanish broadcast, I was excited. I called my mom right away because my abuela and abuelo, they don't speak a lot of English at all.
The University of Idaho is working to bring people together. The university's new project will bring Spanish broadcast to the Kibbe Dome, bridging the language gap for many.
You know, with this population being one of the fastest growing in Idaho, we want to appeal to those students. We want them and their parents and their family to have a comfort level with the university and have more knowledge about what we're trying to do here.
These broadcasts will also have a 15-minute pre-game show and a 15-minute halftime show. In the future, U of I hopes to broadcast all of their home games. To find out how you can catch one of these Spanish broadcasts this year, head to our website, KREM.com.
Time is 6:08 as we take a look at our weather forecast for today. It is raining this morning. Probably only rains for a few more minutes here in Spokane because the cold front is just about to pass our area. In fact, I'm going to draw it on our map right here. It should be, I think I got that a little bit too far to the east. Let's back that cold front up to about right there. So about Medical Lake to Airway Heights is right where that cold front is currently located. All that rain is just to the east of it. And as that passes through, it will push out the rain at first, but it will start to unlock some even windier conditions. In fact, the winds have already started to increase a bit right now, southwest at 15 miles per hour. So most of the rain is this morning, but we do get a bit more wind and just a chance for scattered showers during this afternoon, as high temperatures likely just stay in the 50s today.
6 local legends honored for their achievements in sports. In 3 minutes, we hear from the new Hall of Famers.